As early as 2001, we argued that Africa must have its own GTLT, generic top-level domain names. I'm happy really that ICANN really has considered this, and that today, you know, we are in final stages of us looking at, you know, DotAfrica. DotAfrica is a very exciting project. It's a project that really will give Africa a true meaning on the internet, whereby, you know, we will have recognition as the African continent. And DotAfrica is one of the, you know, projects that we have witnessed over the last 10 years. As early as 2001, we went to, ICANN and talked about this and presented that while other continents are building their own GTLDs, or generic top-level domain names, that Africa needs to consider, again, its own GTLD. So well done to the team that has really been working on this project, the team from Uniforum, the team from different parts of you know, the DotAfrica team, for us now to almost be just on the verge of launching DotAfrica. We hope that governments, enterprises will be able to use DotAfrica and be able to rally around this GTLD, because it is part of us. It is what is going to represent who we are on the internet. Secondly, I must congratulate organizations such as Afrinic for really working very hard, coordinating with the African Union, coordinating with different, you know, country code registrars or institutions from different parts of the African continent in ensuring that DotAfrica is real. As you might know, back in history, that even the establishment of Afrinic, most of the management of what Afrinic is doing was done by RIPE NCC and was done by different, for instance, institutions in North America. But we worked very hard in the period after 2000 in ensuring that Afrinic must be established. We're happy, you know, with the leadership of Afrinic in Mauritius for the work that they are doing in ensuring that, you know, the internet in Africa must be where it is today. There's still a lot of work ahead of us. We still need to work very hard to organize different registrars in different countries, to popularize the internet amongst different people, and ensuring that we can build our own language dictionaries. We can be able to ensure that different languages of the African continent are part and parcel of the internet. To be able to do this, there's a lot of algorithms and code that has to be built so that the searchability of African languages can be easy and can be done. For instance, it doesn't matter which part of the world you are, it doesn't matter which language you use, you can be able to translate and understand any other African language. So today, what is happening in the world as the debate about internet governance, was almost very, very dynamic in Bali last year, where IGF met and debated a lot of things. The establishment of the panel that is going to look at the multi-stakeholder relationships and the internet governance and the future of the internet, and the work being done at WSIS and the ITU. All these activities, together with what is being done by Brazil, the conference coming in Brazil, whereby there's going to be a debate about issues of internet governance. 2014 is 1 year where all these different activities will have to culminate in some form of agreement or an ability for people to understand each other and come together to ensure that the world can map a clear direction as to where the internet is going. Africa has a responsibility with more than 55 countries that we need to come together and make it a point that our voice is heard. Our voice in fora such as ICANN, in Brazil, for instance, in IGF, in WSIS, and in GSMA, and different forums where the issue of the internet is debated. We need to be able to come together as Africans through Afrinic, through different structures that we have, in order to ensure that, this global debate about internet governance, we have a say and we are able to influence it for the benefit of the African continent. We have 1 billion people, and all these people in the next few years will all have access or presence onto the internet. If we want the future of the internet to address our needs, we need to participate as the African continent in the global forum. So we are very happy that there are a lot of initiatives that are taking place in the continent in ensuring that people are organized in different countries through NGOs, civil society structures, government who have a channel to participate in GAG within ICANN, and the private sector who is very active in ensuring that they will drive things such as electronic commerce. As McKinsey report has indicated, that building internet economy in Africa is one of the critical things that will drive the future growth of the African continent. So we really have a responsibility as African leaders, as practitioners, for instance, in the ICT sector, in the internet environment, to mobilize as many people as possible so that the industry and civil society and everyone else can be active in driving the African agenda in the global debate about internet governance.